What's up everybody, this is Block. It's got an updated version deck profile of my Fluffals, and this is actually the deck I took to the 250th YCS as well. But yeah, no, just updated for the last time I posted on the channel last year, so I just thought I'd give you an update, you know, the new meta and things like that. And so let's crack on with the deck profile. Up first we've got 3 Fluffal Dog, search as any Fluffal, searches Edging Sabres as well. On summon, what more do you want? It's the strats of the deck. Then next we've got 3 of the Fluffal Penguin, probably the best Fluffal in the deck to be fair. During your main phase, lets you special summon any Fluffal monster from your hand, except itself. And then when it's used for a fusion material for a Frightfur, you can draw 2, discard 1. Helps cleanse your hands. You can discard things like toy vendors and chains and just everything like that. And we've got the 3 Fluffal Bear. And with this one, just discarding it to be able to set toy vendors, cycle through the deck, cycle through toy vendors, get extra draws, things like that. And then next, I've seen people play 1, 2. I like it at 3. Always like to see it. Always want to be drawing 2 and searching 1 with the toy vendor effect, so that's why I play 3. Don't find it brooky at all, because you'll just use it as fusion material if it's in your hand not being used. Then next got 2 of the Dolphin. I like Dolphin. Would probably play it at 3, but just haven't got the room unfortunately. And with Dolphin you can target a toy vendor and set it, and then you Foolish Bury on Edging Sabres or a Fluffal to your graveyard. And then if it's sent as a fusion material for a fusion summon, you can shuffle a fusion spell or polymerization back into your decks, help you recycle, and you know, get things like your Frightfur Patchwork in case you searched it all. Then last, just got some one-offs. Got one of Cat. Just been able to, when it's sent to the graveyard for a fusion summon, being able to add poly back to hand, continue plays and extend. Then next we've got the one of Fluffal Owl. And Fluffal Owl is a really good one. So on normal or special summon from the hand, you can add a poly. So just be able to, another way to be able to help us get poly to hand. And also you can pay 500 life points to fusion summon a Frightfur fusion monster, which is quite helpful as well. If your opponent's got something like anti-spell fragrance up, or sort of something that's stopping our spell cards from working or anything like that, you could be able to go into it and be able to destroy it, pop it. It's really good, so it works in both ways. So that's it for the Fluffal monsters. And on to the Edge Imps. Got 3 of the Edge Imps chain, and just being able to, when it's sent to the graveyard, being able to add any Frightfur card, we all know what it does, it's fantastic. And then next we've got the one of the Edge Imp Sabres, just being able to place a card from your hand on top of your deck, being able to special summon it back out, being able to continue your fusion plays and extends, really good. Then one of the Edge Imp Scythe, really good on your opponent's turn. Just being able to discard this and fusion summon if you've got things like sort of Fluffal Penguin in your hand, and you go into this, and then you activate this and sort of on your opponent's turn, so you'll go into Cruel Whale, you'll pop 1 on your opponent's turn, you'll still get a draw 2 on your opponent's turn, discard 1 to help going next on your turn. And obviously its graveyard effect, you can just banish it, so it's a bit like the Salamangreat one, where it just, if it would be destroyed a battle card effect, just banish it, you can't chain onto it, anything like that, so it's really good protection as well there. And because this is a very sort of heavy going second deck, we've got just 3 Nibiru and 3 Ash Blossom. Just the hand traps I like running, we all know what they do. I just find they're the best hand traps for me to run. And on to the spell cards now, as we've got 3 of the Frightfur Patchwork. It's the thing that what makes the best, what makes the deck the best it can be. So obviously add any Edge Imps and a poly to hand. And then obviously we've got the 3 polys in the beautiful legendary Kyber Collection Secret Rare. Every time I play this deck, everybody always comments about how nice my polys are, and I love it. And we've got 3 of the toy vendor as well. Being able to discard 1 cards, draw 1, and if it's a Fluffal monster, special summon any monster from your hand as well. And then obviously when it's sent from the, basically when it's sent to the graveyard, being able to search any Fluffal as well. And obviously with wings and bear combo, being able to draw 2 and search 1, so it's like the original Sky Striker Engage. Then next got 2 of the Super Polys as well, because obviously we're going second. Just been able to Super Poly, just been able to take our opponent's sort of their boss monsters away and being able to just OTK from there. And then just the last couple of one-offs, got 1 Frightfur Fusion. It's just like a miracle fusion, so fusion summon a Frightfur monster just by banishing from your field or from the graveyard. So just being able to go through all your fusion summons with Poly, and then just being able to use a load of the materials that you used just to help OTK. And then 1 of the instant fusion, got Mud Dragon of the Swamp in the extra deck, just being able to help us because we do play Shark and Totally Awesome in this deck. So just being able to help us get into that, which is quite handy. And also Frightfur Sheep, which is in the extra deck, is also level 5, so being able to use that to sort of start our plays as well is quite helpful. So that's it, 40 card main deck. Now on to the extra deck. We've got just one link monster here. We've got 1 Cross Sheep, which is basically for fusion decks, is pretty much Norden, which is absolutely fantastic. Just being able to get more material back onto the field to use and continue our play is fantastic. And we've got 2 of the Frightfur Cruel Whale, which obviously if you use it on your opponent's turn with Scythe, which is kind of what you're meant to do with it. So when it's fusion summoned, you can destroy 1 card on both players' field. Doesn't target as well, which is really good. So things that can't be targeted, or things can't be targeted, we'll still be able to destroy them. And then you can target 1 fusion monster on the field, and this is a quick effect as well. And send 1 Frightfur card from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, except Cruel Whale. And if you do, the fusion monster gains half its original attack to obviously help us with the OTK. And I've gone into it using Wolf, so obviously targeting in Wolf, been able to get sort of 3k with about 3 or 4 attacks. Then next got 2 of the Frightfur Sabretooth. This is probably my favourite of the fusions. So obviously when it's fusion summoned with 1 Frightfur monster and 1 or more Edge Imp or Fluffal monsters, being able to special summon another Frightfur fusion from your graveyard, and if you use 3 or more, can't be destroyed by a battle or card effect. So as you've been able to use this to bring back another level 8 fusion and being able to go into Xyz plays, which is something the deck can do, surprisingly. And then next we've got 2 of the Krakens, which is the sort of best tool for OTKing that we have, and it's targeted removal, but it doesn't destroy, which is quite handy. So if something can be targeted but can't be destroyed, just be able to send it to the graveyard, and it can attack twice each battle phase as well. So literally what you can sort of do is if you bring out Kraken, then you bring out Sabretooth, bring Kraken back, and with the boost from Sabretooth and Kraken attacking twice, that's exactly 8k, which I use quite a lot during Master All 3. Obviously with only having 1 extra deck. Then just last off, got some one-offs, got the Frightfur Sheep, which obviously we can go into with Chain and any Fluffal, or being able to use Instant Fusion. And obviously it's a good effect to go Armades effect, so when it attacks, opponent can't activate anything, and if it's destroyed by a battle or card effect, comes back with 800 extra attack as well. Just being able to recur itself. And then Wolf, obviously with the materials used to it, can attack that many times, helps with the OTK. Then 1 Frightfur Tiger, obviously with Tiger, same with Wolf, the amount of materials used for it, but this time it can destroy cards on the field. So it's just being able to go into those 2, just destroying everything on the field and then OTKing. And then the 2 Mud Dragon Swamp for the Super 40 targets and a Garura. Just really good to go into, and obviously with the Garura you could use for a link play with your Cross Sheep, and then obviously getting a draw as well. Obviously Mud Dragon as well we use for instant fusion. And then just lastly, just some Xyz. We've got a Hope Harbinger, quite easy to get into for us, like I said, with Sabretooth. And then the Shark and Toad. Just to finish off, it's a little bit something different. I had the sort of space in the extra deck, and you're not always going to be OTKing, but you can sort of destroy most of your opponent's field, and sort of having these as things to go into is really handy. And so that's it. So that is the deck profile for my Fluffals. Hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.